What the fuck is this world?
It is a crazy world in the world of sports. Can't wait to dive into it. If you're looking on the video, I just messed up my studio. I've tried to adjust some things. I have my guys from the TV show Psych with Sean and Gus, and I was trying to make them so they give each other fist bumps, and then I knocked over one of my things with my sign. Whatever. It's that kind of day, I guess. The chaos of the sports world is infiltrating my studios, the Storm Bros Junk Removal Studios. But anyway, go check them out at stormsbrothersjunk.com. Guys, we got a great show. Craziness happening in the world of the NFL. Some insane, I don't know if it's really a record, but second place in the NBA. And I got a Colorado Avalanche coach just whipping his balls out. And it's weird. I never thought I'd say this, but I really like that. Anyway, we'll get into that. It's an amazing sports section coming your way. Remember to hit the subscribe button. Interact with the show any way you can. If you could, please, that'd be great. Whether it's leaving a comment, leaving a rating, it doesn't matter. It does help disperse the show out to new people. And remember, today's show is brought to you by Roof Goat USA, as well as Storm Bros Junk Removal. But I think right now, let's just do this. I almost clicked on the wrong thing. Let's jump into the sports.
He's walked the hallowed grounds of Folsom Field, Coors Field, and Mile High Stadium.
He runs to the 50. He runs to the 40. The guy is drunk, but there he goes.
It's time for Sports with DeHuff.
Sports is presented to you by Roof Goat USA. Check them out at roofgoatusa.com. The big news yesterday in the world of sports revolves around the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders officially traded Geno Smith and a 2026 seventh round pick to the New York Jets in exchange for a 2026 sixth rounder. Boy, I think in a weird way that the Jets stole from the Raiders. I feel like that in a sense. By the way, I thought Geno got cut last week. Maybe the headline was, they were going to just part ways with him. Either way, they're done. He's done with the Raiders, and he's going back to the team that he started his career with back in 2013. God, he's been in the league a long time. I didn't realize that. But anyway, I think that's a good move for Geno Smith. It's a good move for the Jets. They have a good quarterback. Is he going to blow everybody's doors off? Probably not. But I think that's a good place for Geno. And I hope he does well. I hope he does. I would like to see the Jets turn things around because they have been shit. We make fun of the Browns a lot, but let's be honest, the Jets, they are terrible. So hopefully this starts them in the right direction. The biggest news yesterday in the world of the NFL, well, just the world of sports in general, Maxx Crosby was supposed to be going to the Ravens. But last night, all of a sudden, deal's off. Fuck it. The deal's off. The Ravens voided the deal. Now the Raiders are sitting there going,
what the fuck is this world?
Well, I'll tell you what happened is he, according to the Ravens, failed his physical. And they're like, no. Keep in mind, he is only like 8 weeks removed from having surgery. So to better explain what's going on, here's Adam Schefter on with Get Up with Mike Greenberg.
Maxx Crosby trade has been called off. I got that news, as you did, from Adam Schefter's Twitter feed. Shefty, what can you tell us? How in the world did this deal that was made on Friday night get called off on Tuesday?
Well, this is about a medical issue, Greeny, and this is about how different sides interpret the condition of Maxx Crosby's knee, which underwent surgery 8 weeks ago. He was on crutches until just last week. Now, in speaking with his doctor who performed the surgery, Neil Elitrosh, overnight, he felt like the timing of the physical could have been pushed back. But he does believe that Maxx Crosby is on schedule, and they're hoping to have him ready for the start of the regular season. But the issue is, Maxx Crosby was in Baltimore on Tuesday for a physical. He met with doctors. Doctors took scans. Doctors looked at scans, and based on what they saw, the Ravens did not feel comfortable to pass him on that physical, which nullified the trade. Obviously, there are outside doctors that consulted as well, including the Cowboys surgeon, Dr. Cooper, who performed the surgery on Patrick Mahomes, who performed the surgery on Malik Neighbors, who many teams and NFL players look to for guidance. So if and when the Ravens decided to back out of the deal, it also came after consulting with the Cowboys doctor, Dr. Cooper, whatever was said. Now, the Raiders feel like the Ravens got cold feet, but the Ravens feel like they had a huge purchase. They invested 2 first-round draft picks, and once they had him in their building and reviewed all the tests, they were not comfortable moving ahead. The only analogy I could use is if you were to go buy a brand new house and it looked beautiful and you toured it online and then you agreed to purchase the home and you had an inspector come through who said he was worried about this and worried about that, would it make you nervous about executing that deal? Probably. And the Baltimore Ravens didn't like what they heard, and they backed out of the deal. So now that leaves us, as the new league year opens today, in certainly an unusual spot, because Maxx Crosby is now a Raider. His money is back on their books. They're honoring their contracts. And the Ravens now don't have their pass rusher, but they have their first-round picks back.
All right, so this is what happened. I'm going to sum it all up for you. This is what happened with the Maxx Crosby Ravens deal. They got what I would, I guess it would be a similar scenario would be they got a suspicious burrito. They thought it was good. When they looked at it on the menu, they get the burrito presented to them, and they're like, this looks a little slimy. I do not want to put that in my mouth. Even though what's on the menu looks appetizing, what's being presented to them, they're like, I don't know. And then the Ravens are like, let's get another set of eyes on this nasty ass burrito. And the other, well-respected eyes go, ooh, that's probably going to give you some nasty ass bubble guts. So I would go away from that. That's essentially what Schefter's saying. Right? You don't want to put that down in your tummy. No. Next thing you know, you're going to be sitting on the toilet for like 12 hours. The more you hear about it, it does make sense. He failed his physical, yes. But the fact that they got a well-respected consultant, essentially, in this situation, the Cowboys doctor, and he's just like, ooh, I wouldn't. When in doubt, leave it out, is what they're doing. So, okay, I'm a little bit more comfortable with that move by the Ravens than I was last night. Thanks to Adam Schefter and thanks to Mike Greenberg with Get Up on ESPN for that great insight. Because when you first look at it on paper, you first see the headline, you're like, fuck the Ravens. I even said it last night on Twitter. I'm like, is this the only time that we feel that the majority of people are on the side of the Raiders? Well, I mean, if there's 2 well-respected surgeons looking at this and going, I don't know, I wouldn't. Here's what's going to be wild is Maxx Crosby ends up staying with the Raiders. What if he just has an insane season and just fucking lights it up? In a sense, that's a big F you to the Ravens, right? They don't play each other this season. They do next season. But I mean that would be the ultimate you guys were wrong moment. But if he doesn't come back, essentially the same, then they're going to be like, told you. We told you. But I do agree with, it's a lot of money. It's a huge investment. And just like Schefter said, if you're going to buy a home and you have the home inspection, which you should always do a home inspection before you start putting pen to ink, ink the pen, whatever, ink the paper. You get the point. You should always have it inspected. And if the inspector comes back and says, this makes me nervous, then you're going to be like, well, you know what? No, not going to deal with that shit. Not going to do. There's the foundation I'm not 100% on. Okay, not going to buy it. Not going to buy it. It's the exact same thing that the Ravens did. So I'm going to go with that. Connery, what are you smirking about? I'm just saying maybe Maxx Crosby pissed somebody off. Maybe he winks at the wrong person. I've done that before. Hey, wink, wink. Although sometimes it works in my benefit. Ask your mother about that one, Scotty. Did you have anything else to say about this other than you wanted to slip in a I banged your mother joke? Oh, that's quite the unique words you used there. Slipped it in and then talking about banging your mother. No. I think the Ravens essentially said, F that guy. Let's go with somebody that's less gimpy. That's messed up. But kind of, I guess, in a way, that's what it was. They had doubts. They had doubts. When you have a doubt, you got to leave it out. Makes sense. The Falcons are signing. They got a new quarterback. They signed Tua to a 1-year deal. Here's. I still have a problem with Tua being in the league. He's got scrambled eggs for brains. I'm sorry, that's fucked up. Oh. Guys, two seasons ago, if you breathed on him wrong, he's going to be out with a concussion. And he's still in the league. Shame on his agent. Shame on everybody around him. Well, we don't want our money source to go away. That's what it seems like. It's what it seems like. I hope he has a long, healthy, successful career. I do. But his gentle noggin just freaks me out. The Chiefs are going to give Travis Kelce a 1-year deal, paying him $12 million with a chance of $15 million. What the fuck, man? Come on, start your family with Tay Tay. Here's the thing, Travis, I get it. You still feel like you can go, and he'll still probably be a top tight end. But the more you put yourself in the kind of like Tua, you're putting yourself in a situation where you're going to get more and more chances of being banged up and having long-term effects. And as somebody that I didn't play professional football and I'm banged up, and there's moments where I wish I could do things, playing with the kids, and I can't because it fucking hurts. Dude, you could be. That's part of the reason why you see so many of these young guys. They play a few years, they make several $1 million, and then they retire, and then they're like, I'm going to do something else, because they're looking at it long term. Short term, yeah, you want to get your fix. You want to get your football fix in there. You want to make an extra 12, possibly $15 million. That's great. Long term, you're going to be, fast forward 6-7 years. 6-7, man. 6-7. Anyway, and then you're going to not going to be able to bend down and play in the dirt with your kids or something like that. So I get it, but there's more to life than football, Travis. But hey, it's his choice. It's his choice. Let's see. Former Buccaneer, 6-time Pro Bowler Mike Evans is going to sign with the San Francisco 49ers. That's on a 3-year deal. That's a good move by the Bucs. The Dolphins, kind of going back to the Tua thing, since they don't have Tua, they picked up and signed Malik Willis. And he's getting a 3-year, $67.5 million deal with $45 million fully guaranteed. Good for him. The Cardinals are signing Gardner Minshew to a 1-year deal. It's only $5.75 million. Could get up to about 8.2. Cardinals, you're in a weird. That's not the fix. That's not your fix. And last I saw, Kyler Murray has not signed with anybody. I don't know. I don't know where he ends up. Where does he fit? Let me know in the comments. Hey, real quick, when it comes to roof repairs, you're going to want to go with the best. You're going to want to go with the GOAT. Who's the GOAT? You know who the GOAT is. It's Roof Goat USA. Check them out at roofgoatusa.com. They're all over here in Colorado. They're all over in Michigan, and they're doing a fantastic job. Over 24 years in the business with Roof Goat USA, and Bill, the owner, he's been doing it for well over 30 years. A long, long time, Bill. He's like, are you calling me old? Yes, I am. He knows, and his crews know how to deal with a roof, whether it's repair, replacement, insurance claims. Roof Goat USA's got your back. And you know what? Here's what's cool. Whether they're doing a commercial building, a residential building, they can do it all. Whether it's a metal roof, shingles, again, they can do it all. And what's cool, they put a 30-year guarantee on their work. That's all materials and labor for 30 years from date of installation. That's the Roof Goat USA way, so you got to check them out. Go to roofgoatusa.com right now. Again, roofgoatusa.com right now. Sign up for that free evaluation of your roof. See what's going on, if anything. Now's the time to jump in on it and get that thing inspected. Again, go to roofgoatusa.com. Experience the Roof Goat USA difference today. Continuing, with the NFL, one nut is back with the Broncos. I didn't know if it was going to happen. I sat here earlier in the week, and I'm like, I don't know. The Broncos reached a 2-year, $15.5 million agreement with their defensive captain, Alex Singleton. One nut. There should be a song about that. It's funny. I was like sitting there going, why did he? Because remember we were talking the other day. I was like, why did he have the nickname as a kid as One Nut? Then I'm like, it's in his name. Singleton, single nut, kids. It's going to be single nut, Singleton, single nut. I get it. It makes sense. He got a $3 million signing bonus, and $11 million is fully guaranteed. So good for him. The move I like. It's a risky one based on past experience, but the Broncos signed JK Dobbins. He returns to the Broncos. I guess the overall consensus with JK Dobbins returning to the Broncos is it's great. Like the dude. When he's out on the field, amazing player. Okay, so great move if he doesn't get hurt. And I hate to say that, but that's really what it is. When you look at it purely from a football perspective, great move. But it's a bad move if he gets hurt. Because RJ Harvey just doesn't have the same explosiveness and the fear factor when he's on the field. But he's also still a young back, and who knows what he's going to bring to the table this season. So I like the J.K. Dobbins move. Great player, great human being. Glad he's on the Denver Broncos. Looking at the NBA world, this was insane. I'm watching social media last night, going through it. I'm like, what the fuck? This is awesome.
82 points. Mama, we feel your joy. The second highest scoring game in NBA history, second only to Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point game in Hershey, Pennsylvania against the New York Knicks when he was playing for Philadelphia. Woo! Oh! 83 points for Bam Adebayo. He will come out of the game and hear it from the crowd. And we feel you at home.
That's pretty cool. Very cool. 83 points this day and age. Now, I will say this. He had like 2 assists. Okay. But you know what? If you got the hot hand, you go with it. You go with it. And they just crushed last night. The Heat did. So good for him. That's neat. He just edged out. What did Kobe had 81. So he got 83. That's neat. That's neat. That's, I mean, I'm kind of mixed on that because if an NBA player is in the 40s at the end of the game for points, that's impressive. But once you start getting into the 50s and above, it's like, are you just being a ball hog? Are you just shooting like a motherfucker and not passing to you? You know you got other teammates. It's neat, but I'm also kind of mixed on it. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I don't know how I'd feel if I was his teammate. One, it's cool, but then it's also like, is he going to try to do this again and like take shots away from everybody else? The fact that they won is great. If he did that and they lost, then it's just like, dude, you got other fucking people on the court. Whatever. But he's second most ever. Nobody can take that away from him. Just behind Wilt Chamberlain, 17 points away from Wilt. I hope that the Wilt one never gets broken, because then it's just, that's really, I just say that's a selfish thing. But I don't know. I'm kind of a dick, I guess. Hey, real quick, put your junk in our trunk. Storms Bros Junk Removal. If your home, garage, office, or yard is looking like a disaster zone, oh, it happens. It does. It happens to everybody. You need to contact Storms Bros Junk Removal right now. They can help clear the mess. And trust me, like I said, it happens to everybody. And right now, spring's upon us, and we're starting to clear things out. Next thing you know, you get a big pile of stuff. And Storms Bros Junk Removal can get rid of all kinds of things, whether it's couches, futons, mattresses, box springs, appliances, electronics, maybe drywall, construction materials, yard waste. They can do it all. Trust me. Go check them out at stormbrothersjunk.com right now, and you can get a free quote. That's stormbrothersjunk.com, or you can give them a call, 303-736-9404. Again, 303-736-9404. Storms Bros Junk Removal. Put your junk in our trunk. Scotty, next time, can I say the tagline like Storm Bros Junk Removal? Put your junk in our trunk, or I will do the shake. That's not the tagline, Connery. What are you threatening people? With a good time, Scotty. Anyway, you got to check them out. Storms Bros Junk Removal. Connery, you derailed me. You did. Let's do this, guys. Let's jump into the mailbag.
Mailbag. You've got mail.
Uh-oh, my computer may have frozen up. Are you gosh darn Connery? I blame you. You've been searching things on this computer again, haven't you? You can't prove that. Yes, I can. I can go to search history. Not if I use incognito mode, Scotty. Okay, whatever. This one comes in from Dougie Doug. Dougie Doug, live spitting some hot wax. Dougie Doug said, Bednar is cold as ice as his players skate on. You forgot a word in there, Dougie Doug. Dougie Doug doesn't care. Dougie Doug just spits hot wax. I'm guessing you meant to say Bednar is as cold as the ice his players skate on. You forgot the word players. And you know what? He's right. I love it when coaches have big, brass, cowboy to huff sized balls. Go Avs. I like this guy. He can't spell worth a shit, but he knows his stuff. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. Hopefully, maybe. Here's what he's talking about. I had to go look it up.
I really don't give a crap if the goalie's hurt. That's on their D-man, not on our guy. I check the overhead first. He's going to go where his toes are pointed, and they're going through the top of the crease with Ingram in the bottom of the crease until Nurse makes contact with him, and that's what causes a collision. I don't care if he's injured, not injured, it's a severe crash, not a severe crash. It's not a penalty. If you put guys in your own goal lane, it's not a penalty. That's the way I see it.
Jarad Bednar, head coach of the Colorado Avalanche, playing the Oilers last night, and Avs lose 4-3, but the big controversy was Nathan McKinnon. Listen, guys, I don't know hockey. I don't. But basically, there was a collision right in the net, and the goalie got hurt, and then McKinnon got 5 minutes, and I don't know what else is going to happen. But the thing is according to Bednar, he just came out and was like, no, that's essentially is what he's saying is it's a bullshit call. Like I said, I don't know jack squat about hockey, but I do know this. It's fun to watch. I really like the fighting part of it. I could never do the sport myself. And if Jarad Bednar says it's not a penalty, then it's not a penalty. Okay? How about that? That's what I know about hockey. I love watching hockey, but I just don't watch it enough to know the rules. I'm sure you do, or people you know do. No. But I'll sit there and watch it. I'll be like, what just happened? I know the high sticking, that's no good. There's, what is that from? That's from, oh my God, I can't think of that name of that movie. But anyway, whatever, man. I do like it when coaches have the nuts to come out there and say something like that. He's definitely all balls, Jarad Bednar. You don't want to mess with him. He's got beautiful, well, although he looks like his hair's thinning a little bit. I was going to say he has beautiful hair, but that ain't true anymore. But he does got big brass balls to come out there and say, listen, I don't care if the dude got hurt. That's not the point. The point of this conversation is he didn't do shit. It's not a penalty. Eat a bag of dicks. He didn't say that, Cowboy. No, Scotty, I think that's what he said. Cowboy's right. He's reading between the lines. It's a gift he has. That's right, Scotty. I do have a gift. What Jarad Bednar is saying is he is all balls when it comes to talking about this situation. And if you can't handle it, go fuck yourself. He did. God, you guys are way putting words in his mouth. If you know hockey, let me know. Is Bednar right, or is he just defending his players? But I like it when a coach comes out there and says, listen, I disagree, and here is why. Here's the rules, and I'm explaining it to you because apparently if the refs are listening, they need a refresher course. I like that. He also said that the refs are there to essentially protect the game and enhance the game by calling the right calls. And the way he said it, he's very dry, very monotone type of guy. But, he's right. And that's where refs, you can enhance the game in a good way by having the players, whatever the sport is, stick to the rules and you enforce those rules. But when you misinterpret them or you just take a blind eye to them and you call them wrong, it ruins the game. So I like that. Thank you so much to Jarad Bednar in the Colorado Avalanche. Thanks to you guys for tuning in. Big thanks to Dougie Doug. Who else joined the show today? Oh, wasn't there somebody else? Wasn't there somebody else? I should have wrote this down. I thought there was. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining the show. Really do appreciate you guys. Big thanks to Roof Goat USA. And big thanks to Storm Bros Junk Removal. They're the proud sponsor of the studios. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, supporting the show. You guys are amazing. Have a great day. Let's keep moving forward. I'll talk to you next time.